Jeremy, we're standing on top of the archaeological site called Et Tel, and many people think this is ancient Bethsaida. Now, there's a number of different places that could be Bethsaida. In fact, there's one right down in the valley that they're digging on right now. We came up here because I wanted to read a passage to you, and it says, "On their return, the apostles told him all that they had done, and he took them and withdrew apart to a town called Bethsaida." And this is the beginning of the account of Jesus feeding the 5,000. And that probably took place right here in this plain of Bethsaida, just down below the hill where we are now.
Now, it's helpful to put that feeding in context. The disciples had come back to tell him all that they had done. They had been sent out on that limited commission. But the other piece of news that they brought to him was that Herod Antipas had just killed his cousin John the Baptist down at his Black Fortress. And what the other Gospels reveal is that hurt, and he was trying to get away to a desolate place to let them recharge, and also for him to grieve the loss of his cousin. And so they came across the sea over here toward Bethsaida, and the crowds saw that he was heading this way, and so they ran around the north side of the Sea of Galilee and beat him here. We need to appreciate the humanity of Jesus. He sees all of these people who aren't just there for the teaching, but he sees people that need help, they need healing. And it says that he had compassion on them. And so despite how he was feeling in the moment, he spent that day taking care of thousands of other people. And so Jesus, in this moment where he should have been grieving and having some privacy, was surrounded by thousands of people and still took the time to care for them, to heal them, and by the end of the day, to miraculously feed 5,000 of them.
And Jesus looks at Philip and asks Philip, "Where do we go and buy food for these people?" And I think the reason he pointed Philip out was because Philip was from Bethsaida. Philip would know where to get food for these people. Philip's response is, "We don't have the money to buy enough food for all these people." And of course, we know that he grouped them into specific groups and then asked for food. And one boy produced 5 loaves and 2 fish. So imagine, if you will, 5,000 people spread out across this plain right here. And Jesus performed the miracle where he was able to feed them all.
Now, John's emphasis is that Jesus is actually able to miraculously produce food for people, very similar to the way that God produced manna for the Israelites in the Old Testament. And so, not just performing a miraculous sign, but that sign pointed to the fact that he was connected to the Yahweh of the Old Testament. It would have reminded them of Moses and the wandering of the Israelites and the fact that God miraculously provided food and manna for them. This man from Nazareth is doing what happened in the days of Moses. And Moses prophesied that a prophet would come like him, and they would have made that connection.
I'm Craig.
And I'm Stu, and we're the founders of Appian Media.
We really hope that you've enjoyed the content that you've just seen. This was only made available through the generous donations of so many of you.
We believe that the world should have biblically accurate, visually engaging content about the Bible, and it should be free for everyone.
We would encourage you to visit the membership page of appianmedia.org and consider becoming a reoccurring member. Everything that you donate to Appian Media is tax deductible.
However you decide to donate, we really appreciate your support.